I'm pretty much in the middle. I'm pretty much in the middle of nowhere right now, in rural Anhui province. But I heard that there's a kid here who's really into home brewing, and today he's actually launching his own craft beer brand. So I want to see what craft beer looks like in a tiny village in rural China. I met Moore at Dog's Bistro, the bar he runs out in Bishan, a tiny artist hamlet. After starting the bar, he got into homebrewing a year ago, and today he was getting ready for the launch party of his own craft beer brand.
那我想，在国外的乡村，比如说美国，在乡村里有个酒吧，应该是比较平常的事情啊。比如在欧洲有一些小的酒馆，都是当地人去的。但是我想，在中国的乡村也应该有这样的酒吧。然后很多村子里人会很好奇，说：“哎，这是什么地方？”就进来看一眼，说：“哦，就是这。”他们经常会说：“这就是我们电视上看到的酒吧。”其实现在有了网络以后，所有东西我都可以买到。比如说，我想酿啤酒，我能买啊；我想买什么，我都可以从网上快递过来。但现在你待在北京，我不能给你快递空气，我不能给你快递水，所以说乡村反而我觉得更有优势。以今后的话啊，我高中毕业，我没有考大学，所以说这个酒吧。这次这个啤酒就像我的一个毕业作品呈现一样，人家大学毕业4年可能拿到了一个本子，但是我拿到了一个酒吧，一个自己的啤酒和一个最后的一个毕业展，所以这是我觉得我很感谢璧山的地方。
That night, Moore threw a party in the village to celebrate the launch of his new beer. Everybody was there. Kids, grannies, Shanghai socialites, and a tractor at the center of it all. The locals didn't quite seem to know what to make of the scene, but Bishan craft beer was flying off the shelves. The party was definitely a success. After the launch, I met up with Moore and Zongwen, Moore's brewing collaborator on Bishan craft beer.
我们真的作为一个消费者 consumer, we have to drink shit? No. We don't want to drink shit. We want to drink something good.
Yeah.
我们有一个相同的认识，就是说精酿啤酒的这种成长，不光是精酿啤酒本身的一种成长，是我们认为是一种年轻人寻找突破的一种成长。为什么我们必须要喝我们上一代或者说之前给予的那种啤酒的定义？我们不想要那种生活方式，我们不想要那种样的生活产品，我们希望用更高级的或者说更自由的一种表达方式，所以我们更喜欢精酿啤酒。
Lager is not forever.
Exactly.
酿啤酒，酿我们自己喜欢喝的啤酒，不考虑能不能卖掉啊。我们就在乡村里卖，你们喜欢你们就来这里玩，所以我们的精神是一样的。精酿啤酒跟这个在璧山的精神是共通的，所以为什么我想把精酿啤酒引进璧山，就是这个道理。This is the reason.
From the Bishan countryside, I went to Beijing, where an outspoken brewer was experimenting out by the foot of the Great Wall. Great Leap Brewery's Carl Setzer has been in China for more than a decade. Instead of adding brewer's yeast to turn the mixture of barley and hops into alcohol, he's using a technique called wild fermentation, which uses yeast floating in the air to ferment beer.
You want to come up? Yeah. It's like a sea captain's bridge. You need permission. So if you were filming at any of our other spots, you would see attention to how many liters per water and then the max efficiency of the actual mash. But for this, you literally just want all the stuff that's in there to go and be presented to the bugs so they can sour it. So when you're in Northern Europe, they have things that look similar to what's hanging over your head, which is a cool shit because they want to be able to capture the wild bacteria and yeast in the air. And so the idea of using what's in the air to inoculate the beer that you just brewed with the understanding and the expectation that it'll be spontaneous and funky or tart is new for China, but very old in other parts of the world. But when we first started, it was a lot of, the Chinese don't like bitter, the Chinese this, the Chinese that. They can't drink a lot of beer. That's why all the continental lagers that are sold here are so light. The Yanjings, the Qingdaos, the Pearl Rivers. But how can you go to any of the regional cuisine representations of Chinese food in Beijing and tell me that they don't have the palate to understand an IPA? I think, when Boxing Cat first started, the tagline was, American beer in Shanghai. And when Master Gao first started, it wasn't called Master Gao's, it was called Oktoberfest, and it was just kind of like German beer. But when Great Leap started, it was the exact same fucking thing it is today. It's, the 4 beers that we started with in October of 2010 were the Pale Ale No. 6, the East City Porter, the Honey Ma Gold, and the Cinnamon Rock Ale, and they're still on the menu every day. And it's locally malted barley, it's locally grown hops. That's the rock I'm pushing up the hill. The assumption is that the local raw material is worse. Well, imported is better, foreign is better, international is better in terms of how we consume. But that's not the way it was 100 years ago here. People fought wars to get access to the things that were made in China.
Carl let me taste some of his first batch of wild fermented beer, which he's been aging in whiskey barrels. Whoa, yeah, that's not like any beer I've really tried before.
Yeah, so this is gonna have a lot of similarity to a really famous and duly noted one of the best beers in the world called Orval, because they use the same strain of Brettanomyces in the production of Orval, whereas this has the similar funk from the Brett, but it doesn't have the same character as Orval. So we were looking for the drinkability, but not necessarily something that was just derivative.
Mm-hmm. So ingredients-wise, this is a fully Chinese beer.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the wood is, oak from overseas that was used in various different lives before it came here. But in terms of the rote ingredients, the malt that we saw this morning is, Chinese malted barley. The hops are Qingdao flower, which aren't indigenous to China, but are considered the Chinese hop. And then the Fanta and Flora from here.
It was inspiring to see a brewer like Carl so devoted to using local ingredients and pushing the boundaries of what's being done in China. I wanted to meet some more Chinese beer fans, so I checked out the Beijing Craft Beer Festival. There was a home brewing competition and lots of eager drinkers already sampling brews at 11 a.m. 就是你们都点了什么酒？
我点了2个，
然后就
这个是海洋姜黄
啊，
上一个单喝的是什么来着？IPA，是 Brooklyn 那个 IPA。
所以你们就是主要是想尝一下国外的啤酒吗？
都想尝一下吧。
对，国内国外的都想尝一下，就是票有点少。
啊。
以前精酿不是国外比较多，然后现在国内开始做了，我们想尝一尝。
今天准备喝多少？
我们有很多券，
把票用完再说吧。
啊，
每一种都想尝一尝。
啊，就是你们今天都喝了什么酒？
小麦
啊
，Goose， 赛森，IPA 世涛 Porter， 还有水果啤酒
啊，
酸啤酒都有。
怎么样才开始就是对精酿啤酒感兴趣？
兜里有点钱了就开始。
啊，这样。
就不要再喝拉格了。
啊。
工业拉格肯定就是，我还是比较喜欢这些，就是说呢，有自己独立精神的一些，坚持一些自己的原则的一些，就是不是跟一些大的厂商或者说被他们收购啊。
所以一个精酿酒厂被大公司收购，对。
他可能会失去自己的一些方向和目标，或者说他自己的初衷，或者说叫初心吧。
The sheer level of interest in craft beer and people's willingness to try new flavors made it clear just how much potential the Chinese scene has. Carl was totally right. Who's to say that China can't understand good beer? Chinese craft beer's history barely goes back 10 years. As the industry grows, there'll only be more clashes between fiercely independent brewers and the ones willing to sell out or go corporate to get their beers to a wider audience. After all, beer is a business no matter how you look at it. The most exciting thing about meeting guys like Guangtou, Moore, and Master Gao is, as they continue to grow, they'll foster a new generation of beer lovers, and one day, maybe even develop a brewing style recognized across the world as uniquely Chinese.